Hey everyone, welcome to Pickleball and Beyond. My name is Ryan.
My name is Vino.
And today we are looking at the Honolulu Pickleball Company J7K. Please make sure to subscribe if you've been enjoying our content. We love bringing you these paddle reviews, and by clicking that subscribe button, it helps us continue to keep bringing these reviews for you guys.
And we are also having a giveaway, so stick around till the end. So I think one big thing has been, how does this compare with the rest of their line as far as specs? We have seen a couple of reviews already come out, and that has been the comment, and that's what people have been asking us.
Since the J7 is their new
Yes, this is their new shape. So the shape is very similar to the J2K.
Yep.
It's the aero hybrid shape, but it's where the length and the width is where this is different, right? So I'm going to pull some of their other paddles. This is coming at 16.2 inches height, and the width is coming at 7.8. Coming at 6.6 and the width of 7.4. So basically what has happened is they've taken 0.4 inches from the side and added it to the top.
Exactly.
Right? If you compare that with their J5, which is their longest,
yep,
right? That's at 17 inches. And a little bit thinner, right?
Yep. So it fits right between the J5 and the J2.
And then if you look at their regular square shape, right, which comes at 16 and 8.
Which would be the J3.
The J3.
And so that would come after the J2.
Yes, so as far as lengths go, this is more on the longer side,
yep,
and it's more on the thinner side. And I think that really goes into kind of seeing how it plays as well. And what we have this, we'll just mention really fast. The twist weight on a J2K comes at about 113. The regular J2 comes at about 110. This comes at about 120.
Yep, so higher number.
Yes, swing weight, right? And then the twist weight on the J2K comes at around 6.9. The regular J2 comes at about 6.7. We measured this around 6.4. So just to keep those numbers in mind, and we will see how that relates to play. So did it change? With this little variation in dimensions, the question is, did it change on how it plays?
Absolutely.
Exactly. So let's go straight into control. And I think we're going to compare a little bit with the other paddles so that people kind of get a feel on where they stand.
And we'll do a lot of comparison with the J2K,
exactly,
since it's that same surface,
yes,
with that slight change in the width and height, and then the handle
yes,
length.
Yes, I think the handle is something important for us to mention. The handle length on the J7 comes at about 6 inches. This comes at about 5.75. So slightly increased. Yesterday it does, and we were getting different people to try that, and like when you put both the hands here, even a guy with huge hands, you can put both hands and not worry about it. That's one of the reasons I like the J5. That has been my primary paddle. So let's go.
J2, it's tougher to do.
Just a little bit, right? But like that really does make a little bit of difference to like the playability and stuff like that. So control, let's go. People have been enjoying the control on this. We have got so many comments on this. Lots of people have been trying. They love the J2, and the J2K just notches up on that control. How does this compare in control?
So that's where the J2K definitely takes the win in the control category. I've been playing with the J2K Pro myself a lot, and which has even a little less control than the J2K. But this shape overall, you just can't beat the control you're getting on it. But I mean, that's a pretty high standard we're comparing it to.
Yes, so, very high standard.
The J7K, right? So I think out of their whole lineup, the K has the best control that it offers. So I think with that surface, it's the most amount of control you'll be able to get on this shape, right? With this, so it has a narrower sweet spot as well, which typically happens when it's the opposite of these wide bodies, right? Like your J3, the sweet spot on this is ridiculous. Super wide, super big sweet spot. And you definitely do feel that slight loss when you're transitioning from the J2 to the J7.
And mind you, you are losing like a little bit on the sides, right? So that means, you know, you have a little bit less area to play with as well. But I have to say, both the case and all the case that I played with, compared to their regular, I felt the sweet spot radiates out a little bit better. If you like look like a sun, like a sun radiation shot, get what I mean? Rather than that regular one. And I don't know why. I don't know the mechanics behind it. I felt like it gradiates a little bit better.
This surface definitely, out of the whole lineup, it gets the best control. It really
gets really good control. So again, we are holding it to a high standard, but at the same time, we are kind of comparing it as well. Control resets.
So the resets, again, a lot of that ties into the sweet spot for me, where it's a little tougher with the J7K, and it has some dwell to it, again, going back to that surface, but not a ton actually. It has a little more pop to it than you expect. So when there's a lot of heat coming at the ball, it came off hotter than I was expecting for those resets. Yeah. So it took a little to adapt to that.
It takes a little bit of adapting. And I think we'll talk about that at the end, like maneuverability and adapting just takes a smidge more. It plays differently. I wouldn't say this is like a beginner paddle. No. If you are coming from a racket sports, you're coming from tennis, you have like an idea on like, you know, the structure of what you're playing with, I think this really is an awesome paddle. Yeah. Right? If you're new to the sport, I think, you know, trying some of their earlier lines helps a little bit on the control side, like with the resets, with the third shot drops, get what I mean? Like the more you play with it, it's really a fun paddle because it changes the dimension, and you think it's only like 4 inches, 0.4 off, but it really changes the playability of it, right? Power. Yep,
so I mean, we called it a power paddle, right? So I mean, it did fall off in that control, but that's where it took a step up from the J2K. It was nice to compare, you know, apples to apples here at that same surface. And it was obviously, without a doubt, the J7K was hitting harder. And we were comparing it to the J2K Pro that I've been playing with. It was almost identical to the power we got with the J2K Pro. So that surface made a difference where that got more power, but sacrificed control. But again, going with the shape alone here, that was a highlight. I think that longer handle makes a difference.
The longer length made a little bit of difference. You're getting a little bit more reach as well.
And the J2K has a longer dwell to it, right? Yes. And I think that, you know, I think that helped, not to jump the gun here, helped to get a little more topspin on my drives for the power. But it definitely came off hotter on the J7.
Yes, I totally agree. I mean, it was really nice to see your drives as well with this compared with the J2 Pro as well as the J2K. It felt hotter. It got a little bit more spin.
And it's just more pop on it in general.
Exactly. Yes, definitely more pop. And we put some videos where we actually compared both, actually with some drone shots. It was really nice to see consistently where they kind of dropped, right? Spin.
So I hinted on it, like I just said, the J2K for myself, I was getting more spin on it. From my drives and when I was at the kitchen line, it was so easy with, especially the J2K, to like hit that nice backspin on my dinks. The J7K still did a pretty good job, but again, that was a little step down compared to the J2K.
I found, like, especially since I play with the J5, I found that longer like reach to snap a little bit more. So especially when you're serving the faster ones, it caught and spined a little bit more. When you needed that extra dwell spin, like closer to the net, I think the J2K just won for me. Get what I mean? Yesterday I was playing with another friend of mine. He also serves really hard from the back, and he really liked how it gripped and turned the ball on both sides. So when you're serving that hard, I think that extra reach really helps because you're able to snap it, you're whipping it, you have that extra reach with that elongated. But I agree with you, when it's closer and you really want to dwell and spin, just by a notch. Again, you have to play, like if you play on your own, it plays like, it's very hard to like, okay, this beats over this, but when it's together, I think, you know, you're able to compare that.
And so just overall talking about their whole lineup, we noticed that their K in particular, it did get the most spin.
Yes, definitely.
So this is the most. We'll see what they release for other J7 surfaces, but I'm gonna assume this will retain more spin than the others from what we've seen already.
Yes, and yeah, they have their J7K Pro. Wait for a video for that as well. We'll soon release that video. I saw pictures of the J3 Pro as well. So, J3K, right? Yeah, so with the Kevlar, so that'll be interesting to see, you know, how that kind of works out as well. I mean, we are excited with this line. I think this one, again, as far as adaptability goes, it takes a little bit of time. It was the same with me on the J5, right? Like initially when we started playing with these, they were so different how they played. It really took some time. So if you're coming from a racket sport, I would give it some time, right? Just it takes a little bit more adaptability rather than this, which pick up anyone can play. The J2 shape was so nice. So give it some time. Why don't we talk about the giveaway? We have been enjoying their paddles. So let's jump into the giveaway.
So we're going to be giving away one J7K that you can win for yourself. So to be eligible to win the J7K, you'll have to make sure you're a current subscriber to the channel, drop a like on this video, and leave a comment.
Yeah, I mean, we have been enjoying these paddles, and we are excited about giving more giveaways. So help us grow the channel. please subscribe again. That helps us keep this channel going. We love hearing from you. We love helping people find paddles. So if you want to demo this paddle, we have it in the southern Rochester area. Anyone wants to try it, has questions about it, reach out to us. Hope to see you in another paddle review.